everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. We're here today to talk about our 2020 Deer Stalker wines. So many of you really enjoy the Deer Stalker, myself included. So it's really exciting this year. We've got some real surprises in store for you. And I'm just here with Bronson, who's a winemaker, and he's going to run you through the tasting and how he made the wines.
Hi guys. As most of you know, I've taken over the winemaking here at Keys Family Wines as of this vintage. This is my first time making the Deer Stalker, which is a massive fan favourite, and a lot of you have been buying it for up to 20 years. So the Deer Stalker is a sweet, light red with minimal tannin and residual sugar in it. So when we designed the winery, we designed it with extra tank space and fermentation space, which means that we can bring our fruit in when it's ready. And we can ferment it for as long as possible, and I think this gives me the ability to make the wine good quality and the best that I can with the fruit that we've got. So we tasted this Merlot over a 4-week period, and when it was around 14 Beaumet, which is a sugar level we use, it was also tasting really ripe and ready to go. So we brought it into the winery at night and we crushed it and destemmed it first thing in the morning. So we've got the luxury of a sorting table which removes any green matter from the wine. We were removing about 5 kilograms of leaves and stems and stuff per tonne. So in a 5-tonne ferment, that's 25 kilos of leaves that would normally go into it. I think it's helped to make a much better wine. The wine was fermented for 14 days, which was nice and cold and slow, which extracted a lot of colour and flavour. We have kept the sugar level the same, so if you're someone that's been drinking the Deer Stalker for quite a while, there's not going to be much of a change in the sugar level or anything like that. It's very similar. Yeah, so we kept the wine in tank for a few months, dry icing it every 48 hours to make sure it didn't oxidize, and then we had it sterile filtered. We sterile filtered it because it does have residual sugar in the wine. It was bottled a couple of weeks ago, and we've tasted it this morning, and it's tasting ready to go. So this is ready to start selling. So
you heard that from the winemaker. This is ready to go. So you guys can start ordering. Thank you so much to the wonderful people who've joined our wine club. There's about 50 of you that have joined over the last 5-6 days, so we really appreciate that. In 2020 we had a really low yielding vintage, so what we're trying to do is to serve you guys, keep you wonderful customers in Deer Stalker. So there's 2 things that you can do, all right? So the first thing that we've done is we've introduced the wine club, where you can make sure that you get your wine quarterly or half yearly, depending on your needs, okay? Now, the other most exciting thing that I have to share with you is we have a Deer Stalker Shiraz. So it is the brother to the Deer Stalker Merlot. Well, Bronson had an idea to create a Deer Stalker Shiraz, and we'll test it this year in the market. See what you think. The colour is ridiculous, like a really vibrant sort of purpley hue. I've never seen anything like it. Really worth a go. So for all of you guys who joined our wine club and who have pre-ordered, every single case, you'll get a free bottle of the Deer Stalker Shiraz to try. We have about half the amount of Deer Stalker Merlot that we did last vintage. We'll be tasting this on the weekend in the cellar door, so if you want to come up and have a little try, you're welcome. Well, the label for the Merlot has been updated. The previous one I think was done in 2006, so it was time. I think you'll agree they look absolutely beautiful.
So the Deer Stalker Shiraz in colour, similar to the Merlot, but it's almost fluorescent. I personally haven't seen a wine with a colour like this, so I'm pretty excited about it. On the nose, it smells like raspberry lollies and dark chocolate. It's got a really sort of fruity, candied sort of aroma to it. On the palate, those raspberry flavours come through with some strawberries and almost a little bit of dark chocolate. Sort of reminds me of a black forest cake sort of flavour. Yeah, it's got a really nice finish. It's very round also because of the residual sugar. This wine I tested it out last night, and it's really, really good with wood oven pizza with a bit of chili on it. So that's my wine match.